YouTube, AJ Shaver here again, and we're definitely knocking the Halverson videos out this week. So this is a brand new regular right side splitter for a 150. Gives you the hydraulic wedge, the bigger cylinder, and the redesigned grabber arm. I've got the Bobcat Toolcat warming up, and what I wanted to show you was just kind of a refresher course on taking these off the pallet and what to expect as a new buyer. So everything's here. We took it off the gooseneck a couple of days ago. Just want to run through this. And the reason I have the Toolcat running, it's a 2024 with the updated buttons on it. And I'm really curious if I have enough features all on that one joystick to run a 160, or a 150 rather. I need 6 functions. That's where I got the 6 from. I need the 6 functions: your split, your returns 1 and 2, the grab arm up and down is 3 and 4, the saw is your number 5, and the 6th button is the diverter valve for running that hydraulic wedge up and down. So according to the manual, there's 6 buttons, but will they work? That is the big question. Stick around, we're going to find out together. Alright, so again, this is all strapped down, bolted onto the pallet. So typically what I get out when I do these, you either need a pair of tin snips or some kind of an angle grinder with the cutting wheel on it. And what I use that for is just these metal bands. I just like to nip them quick. I don't have a good pair of tin snips, so I don't use those. I use the angle grinder. You will need a 3/4 inch wrench and socket for putting the feet on. They are numbered 1 and 2, and what that is, you'll see a 1 and a 2 because it's ovaled out. It just lines up better. So then when you go to hook them up to your skid steer, I don't crack the 90 in the coupler. I'll crack the hose where it comes into the 90. So I have a big adjustable wrench. You just want that so it pushes in real nice. You're not fighting it, back and forth at all. And if you have to get down inside the case to get your goodies out, like your harness, extra chains, the owner's manual, there's 3 1/2-inch bolts. It's 1, 2, and I believe 3, yes. So you can see down here we have some goodies that are zip tied in. There's usually a baggie down in here with the saw chain and the owner's manual and stuff, so we'll pull that out in a minute. And then the 1/2-inch is also for the little the lag bolts, to remove those off the pallet. So it's kind of a double strap down. We've got the band straps, and usually there's 2 on the front and 2 on the back. So like in there, and 1 over here on this side. So you have 4 of those that kind of crimp it on the pallet. And then this is where we ship the 4-way wedge. I always request at the factory, if somebody's ordering it with the 6-way, to go ahead and have that put in, because odds are that's what you're going to want to play with first right out the gate. So let me put the camera back in the tripod. We'll do a little time lapse. We'll get this opened up and hooked up. Now these hoses actually look pretty good. Sometimes I've got to crack them here just so it doesn't bind up when you push in, but we're good on this one. Uh-oh. Turn the radio off. Don't need any copyright infringements. So this is what it looks like from inside the cab of the Toolcat. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn the auxiliary on. We're not going to go for high flow or nothing, just standard flow. Now, on the old Toolcat, there's a trigger down here, and that's just one direction of flow. These Halversons work in one direction and one direction only. So if it goes out and loops around versus going the other way, there's an unloader valve in the middle of the valve body. And if it's going the wrong way, that can't close to build pressure in the unit. So you have to go the other way. The quick tattletale is if the saw has drifted out and you turn the hydraulics on, it snaps right back in the guard, you're good. If it just kind of creeps back, that's the wrong way. So in the other Toolcat, it's take the rocker this way, squeeze the trigger to lock it in the on position. Well, that's one step in the right direction. See that orange light right there? That means there's power going through the connection, which I did not have that on the other Toolcat. So based on the based on the controls here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this should work the processor. So let's see if it's intuitive. So this would be left, would be table open. Haha, it works, yay. All right, so now it's either one of these, that's the up, then that goes back on its own. Okay, so if that one's back, would this one be forward? Oh, sweet. So that's the split. Oh, this is awesome. And that one might be the diverter valve. Sweet. That's the saw. Oh, this is cool. So now if this is the diverter valve, it's going to take 2 fingers because you have to press this and then work your grabber arm up and down for the wedge. Let's see if I can do it here with holding the camera. So select that. Oh, it works. Oh, I'm like a kid at Christmas. This is awesome. Okay, so again, this is a Halverson 150 on a Toolcat. The unit itself weighs right about 1,950 pounds. Toolcat's rated somewhere around 2,000, maybe 2,500. And if there's anything on this, if it's like the other one, it's on that curl cylinder because it's just one of them. So the unit itself pretty much maxes out the curl. So if we put wood on it, it may struggle just a little bit. Oh, this is awesome. All right, let's go find some wood. We're gonna go around the back side of the pile. Like this is just some punky, twisted stuff that I gotta put on, and I'm not starting up the mini excavator just for one piece of wood. I know I've got some nice oak back here because we were doing that the other day with pulling some stuff out for the 100 TR Honda. And I think what I want is right. Yep, there it is. Beautiful. So it's not letting it dump down far enough. Like on the skid steer, these feet would normally be like here. So it's just, it has a slight up angle and I can't get underneath it. So what I'll do, I'll put the chain back on, pick it up, put 2 pieces of firewood underneath it, and that should give me the runners that I need to get the hands underneath the wood. right, that is awesome. So that was every bit of like 16 feet. I'll have to do the math on the video here because these are 16-inch pieces. So I'll have to count how many rounds we did and do the math backwards, because normally I try for like 10 to 12 feet on a Halverson unit like this. That was long. That was epic. It did it. So a little fighting at the beginning, but I didn't have to cut the wood into 2 pieces, which is normally what I do. Like if it was anything else on the pile, that's like a 20-24 footer, I would just normally buck it in half, process the half that I'm holding, and then pick up the second piece. But that was epic. I love this new Toolcat. The controls are actually pretty easy to run. I have a little bit of a learning curve to it, and you saw there like a piece of bark or a little piece of something screwed up the one in feed, so I had to back up. And then every time you see that wood come all the way forward and touch the wedge and then back up, it's got a length guide that's built right into it at 16 inches. It is adjustable, but I do have them setting it at 16 from the factory. That way it's ready to use for like retail purposes right off the pallet. So that is awesome. All right, I am absolutely grinning from ear to ear. This thing is awesome. I had my fingers crossed that it would actually work, and it did. I was at the Bobcat dealer when we were having the back rack put on it, and we were going through the service manual, and I was asking the tech, you know, if it would have the 6 functions that we need, and we turned to the page, and sure enough, it was there. But, you know, I tried to be like a realistic optimist. You know, I want it to work, but I also live in the real world, so to have it actually happen is awesome. So again, that was a big piece of wood. I mean, it was every bit of 16-inch diameter, probably 16-18 feet long. We'll confirm things like I said on the video. The 150 itself does weigh like 1,900 pounds and a little bit more with the 6-way in it. And that piece of wood was probably another 500-600 pounds. So it had its work cut out for it. That's why you saw me kind of curl it back. We set it down and then curled it the rest of the way. It's only got the 1 curl cylinder on this. So like your skid steer is going to have 2 of those for bringing the bucket back. It's we've had to do it before, but that's epic. This actually did better than our 2006 Toolcat. I mean, 1,500 hours versus like 23 or whatever's on this one now. But that's awesome. Love it. Sorry. If we can ever earn your business with the sales quote, I would love to hear from you personally. I'm just a one-man band, so if you see the videos, you've seen me, would love to talk to you. Give us a phone call. It's 833-SPLITTER. It's 833-775-4887. You can also email me at sales@shaverequipment.com. And again, one-man band. We are an authorized dealer for Halverson, Split Force, Brute Force, Black Splitter, the AM Machinery Log Loader Trailers, the NNZ Firewood Bags. So we have a margin that we work within, and we do use everything that we sell. So when you call me, it's real world experience saying this will do what I say it's going to do. I'm not just flipping through a catalog going, oh, you have $24,000 to spend, so let's max that right out. Sometimes a 120 works best, sometimes it's a 140, and sometimes it's a 150. So would love to talk to you, build a custom quote that would meet your needs and give you either something that you can use right now or that you can grow with in your business, you know, just as you expand. Because everybody that has gotten into firewood, they always call and go, we should have got the next one bigger, or we're glad we went next bigger because the phone's ringing off the hook and we're selling lots. So hopefully that'll be you. Give us a phone call, shoot us an email. While we're here at the end of the video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so you can stay up to date on everything we have going on, because we have rolled out a ton of Halverson videos and shorts and different things just this week alone as we got all these new units in. This weekend we'll be playing with that 100 TR, the self-contained version on a trailer. It's just they took a 100 series processor, put on a little trailer, gave it a power pack, and that does 14-inch diameter by 16-inch pieces. We ran a piece of hickory through it last night. It's awesome too. Not nearly as epic as this, but awesome nonetheless. But you're $15,000 versus, you know, $21,500 plus whatever the skid steer is. So again, we have something for everyone. Give us a phone call, shoot us an email. I'm going to stop rambling now and end the video. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, we're always working hard to be lazy.